Well, we want to have this big conversation. We're inviting you into a broader discussion as to how coronavirus has affected your family life, the way you interact with people around you.
That's a conversation that we've had on the pause, and I realized that we never had time enough to exhaust it. There's several people with several issues and that they want to talk about. They want people to pour their heart out to. They want advice from counselors, and that's exactly what we're doing today, this morning. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. But let's run this by you. Now, we do have a great activity and lineup for you on Father's Day. Now, for the shield you've always been in times of trouble, for the love and affection that you've always portrayed, for the stern yet essential admonishment you gave when we faulted, for pointing us in the right direction when we strayed, we say thank you, Dad. Make sure that you pamper your dad with our special Father's Day package and enjoy a 1-month free subscription on Graphic News Plus app. The rate is just a cool 250 Ghana cedis, and it's with your partner. Now, if you're a partner, it's at the Elanza Hotel, Silver Star, and ATL proudly bringing this to you. The Mirror, Ghana's most popular weekend paper, and graphic courier. So fast, so easy. So easy for Father's Day. I know Gifty will always celebrate Father's Day with us, and we'll have a lot of fathers also calling through our Zoom interaction. And the Zoom ID is always on your screen, Gifty.
So there you have it, the Zoom ID, there it is. It's 943-8301-1020, and the password as well is 356475. If you want to quickly put that in, key that in on your devices and join us. So, well, and I don't know how this has affected your relationship. I mean, your wife is a nurse, so I am sure that you take extra precautions. COVID has changed the way we do things, the way we see things. And I'm interested in one thing. I'm interested to find out. The last time we had this conversation, someone called in, texted in and said he's been posted for 6 months as a teacher and he's not being paid. So there's no money, they can't do anything on the side. He's constantly fighting with his wife, or his wife is constantly fighting him. And he said he felt like giving up, ending it all.
And then being what, like suicide? Or?
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I mean, 2 people actually texted in with a similar story. And just on the same show, someone called and said it was going to donate 500 CDs to the person. But again, you may have the money. Sometimes it's not even the money. It's just the mental stress. And yesterday we talked about mental stability and mental health. It's just the mental stress that it brings.
The psychology of it, you know, being in a better state mentally.
And so first of all, there's the mental stress. You're thinking of your health. You're thinking of the money you're losing. People are taking pay cuts. People are losing their jobs. Children are home. So the house, usually you'd go out and come, so there's a bit of breathing space. Now there's no breathing space. Everything is just clustered at home. You have to learn at home, do church at home, eat at home, do everything at home. It's just daunting.
And I have a friend who's an industrial psychologist, and what he did tell me was that many of us, and I listened to that conversation you had yesterday, or I watched it yesterday with Dr. Dodo and Dr. Ruth Owusu-Entry, and he did tell me that Nanaya Jemfikese said, many of us who rate different things differently in relation to what we achieve or the situation in which we are. There's somebody in the workplace who loves just the title, I'm a manager. And somebody also cares about what he gets at the end of the month.
Of course.
Somebody also cares about the environment, the environment in which he's working, and any other thing is irrelevant. Yeah, somebody also cares about the relationship he has at the workplace, or somebody also cares about maybe the brand of the company he works in, or somebody also just loves something he loves to do at the workplace. And so all these tend to come in to influence the way we position our mental state. And particularly yesterday, I loved what Dr. Dodoi said about there are people who go around the house praying or preaching or so, you know.
No, but seriously, I mean, I preach around, I don't preach, I pray around my house.
No, but yeah.
I clean up. No, yesterday I was...
You kind of found yourself in that situation.
I didn't find myself in this situation.
You are not part.
I just found some of the things...
They are very related to what you do.
Yes. I mean, there are times that I can get very excited in a newsroom. Sometimes because it's a Friday and tomorrow, the next day, especially if I'm not working on the weekend, I get excited and I'm going to sleep at least. He said being over happy. I don't know if there's anything like that. Being over happy. But I can get very excited sometimes. And I'm not sure it's a mental situation anyway. But he said that if it continues, you know, for example, for this is consistent for like 4 days, then you should be looking out for, you know, that person and perhaps asking them to get help. Mine hasn't continued for 4 days. Or at least I'm convincing myself that.
So your mental state is the shorter one?
Oh, it's stable, extremely stable, fantastically stable. But but he said something about washing at home. You know, you wake up one day, you're excited, you are cleaning the entire house and you're singing.
Yeah, that one.
I do that a lot, and I play loud music and I sing along. And of course, Christian music. I'm very particular about what I listen to. Yeah. I think it forms, you know, what you have in there, what you have in your heart as well. So I'm very particular about how I choose my music. So
those of us who listen to Shatawale means actually
it's a choice.
Okay.
It's a choice.
Because I wanted Shatawale's guys too.
I like Shatawale. I mean, if I'm listening to, I will. It's not so worldly songs or worldly music won't be the song that I will gravitate towards, and you know, but I will listen to it if I have to. I mean, I like Shatawale's what's that song? The one that said, maybe today I don't get nothing.
I know my level.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that song. I like the part where it says, maybe today I don't get nothing, but tomorrow
that's inspirational.
I will get something and I go buy a motor. You know, that's
it.
Okay.
It's on food and William.
So I want to hear from you. Join us on the Zoom, and let me give you our WhatsApp number as well. I'm just going to get it quickly. If you know it already, I want to hear from you.
Can I mention it to them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have it in your head.
054 is the only number I've been able to keep for a very long time. 0540 10 909. That's the best mental stability I have when it comes to the numbers around. And please, so the question is, how has coronavirus affected your family ties, relationships? And when we're talking family, you know, in the Bible it said that love thy neighbor as thyself, and that's your family. So it could be your son, your daughter, your spouse, your extended family, your cousins, your mother, grandmother, your friends, etc. And that is what we want to have this conversation about. We're inviting you into this, and we already do have healthy family advocates, great counselor, and then also preacher. Amos Kevin Annan is on stream. Gifty.
They say it's Amos Kevin Annan.
Amos. Okay.
Yes.
But well, he's on stream, so he'll tell us the real pronunciation.
He will. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Right. Okay, so make sure you join this. We're waiting for you to join, and when we join, we get the aggregated numbers. We will then put all of you on stream, and we'll have this conversation, because Amos Kevin Annan will be on one side listening to all of you, and then he offers his counsel, etc., etc. But look, we have house rules, Gifty.
Okay, so you want to there's a part that I don't really agree with. I mean, okay, so you want to have a nice background. You want to have a nice background. You want to stay at one place. You want to turn the volume down on your television set. You can take a look at the screen, but you have to turn the volume down so you can listen to us on your phone. You can listen to us on your device, because you can hear us from there. And you want to wear a shirt. We've seen enough chests. Okay, that's the part that I didn't agree with, but it's a house rule, so you have to obey. So wear a shirt. Don't lie on the floor. Don't lie in your sofa. It makes it, you see the way I'm sitting up. Yeah, you want to sit up like that, whenever you're steady. See what I mean? And then you can talk to us on the phone, not on the television. I want to hear from you. Send in your messages join us on the Zoom. Amos Kevin Annan is joining us. We lost him briefly, but he's going to come right back up, and then we'll have the continuing conversation. Okay, so we've opened our phone lines as well. In fact, we didn't really put the number there, but those of you who know already calling, let's get some of the calls right now.
Wow, wonderful. Yeah. Okay, so I already see Atuguba Raymond. Hey, is that the lecturer? I'm not sure.
Of course not.
Raymond Atuguba.
No.
I
Okay,
have
so
Sylvanus Kodonu, and then we have a number of them. Please make sure you mute your sound out there. Mute your sound. When we mention your name, we're able to identify you, for which we will identify almost everybody. Then you will unmute your sound. Yeah. I've seen that a couple of us already have this good backgrounds, the backgrounds from Zoom. That's good. And then reduce the volume on your TV set if you have to put it on at all, or you all together make sure you mute the volume on your set. Okay. All right. So we'll have Amos Kevin Annan also on the side, listening and watching at the same time. Okay, so we start with Emmanuel Ishen.
Hi, Emmanuel. Good morning.
Wave, Emmanuel Ishen.
Emmanuel, can you give us a wave so we know which of the boxes you're in?
Okay.
Hi, Emmanuel Ishen.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you? You're breaching the house rules, Emmanuel. I can hear myself on your TV. I can hear myself on your TV. You want to turn down the volume on the television and talk to me on your phone?
Yeah. The Ghana situation.
Hi, Emmanuel. Are we good now? Can we go?
Okay.
Okay. Let me quickly choose someone else. If you call, you want your phone, your TV set to be silent. Emmanuel Queno. Emmanuel, talk to me.
Yeah. Gifty, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
No, please. How are you doing this morning?
We are blessed. How has COVID-19 impacted your family ties or your relationship?
Gifty, it has really affected me a lot because it's been over 6 months and I've not seen my kids. Because
Why?
I am in the Bono region and they are in Accra now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want any infection or any them coming here, even in the car coming, they could even contract the disease. So really I'm affected.
I mean, what is it that you miss most? For the past 6 months, you've not interacted with your kids, and I believe your wife as well, right?
Yes, that is true.
Okay, so you've not seen them physically. What's the difference between being able to see them physically and not? What is it that you miss the most?
You know, being with your family is something that you cannot do without. And you staying somewhere, your kids, at least every morning they will be moving around you, you will see their faces, daddy, daddy. It is something welcoming. So the COVID has really affected and it has really changed things a lot.
Okay. Well, you can use video calls. You can do calls like voice calls.
So I've been calling them, but at least their physical presence would have been enough for me.
Okay. Well, I want you to say a shout out to them wherever they are. Hopefully they are watching you. Can you mention their names and where your wife works maybe? Say a shout out to them. And then
Marianne Josephine Kwatikwenu, Godfred Johnson Kwenu, I miss you kids a lot. I miss them so much.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Kweno. I'm sure that I hope they're watching.
But Gifty, there is something that I want. There is something that if I could personally contact you so that you help me solve a certain problem.
Let's see how that goes. You can call in after the show or call into our newsroom and we'll see how we can work that out. All right.
Okay.
Mr.
I'm very grateful.
You're welcome. Thank you and have a great day. Let's see. Who next do we have? Who's ready for us? Kweku Maxine. Kweku Maxine is a regular Zoomer. Kweku, give us a wave and talk to us.
Kweku, good morning to you, Kweku Maxine. Go ahead. How has COVID affected?
Good morning, Raymond. And
yeah, Roland.
Yes.
Roland. Yeah, Roland is fine.
Roland and Giti.
Yes, great.
Okay. We had this plan. I'm not married though, but we had this plan to marry this year, and then so we wanted to raise the families, both families, and then I don't know. All of a sudden, this thing hit us, so we had to keep, stuff to it.
Oh.
I don't know. But it's like,
is it that you want to have a huge wedding? Because you can still do a small wedding and just, have your commitments to each other.
Not necessarily the wedding, but then but then we wanted to visit each families, our families.
Okay. You can still mix with the families and observe the necessary protocols. You don't stay too close to people. You wear your mask and you don't do any handshakes and all of this. Hello, Kweku. Kweku, can you hear me? Okay, it looks like
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I do. Please go ahead. I was saying that there are options for you. I'm sure that if Amos Kevin Allen was listening, he would have probably said the same thing. That you can organize something small, and observe the protocols. That's very, very important.
I know. The problem is she is a frontline worker now. And then because she wanted to have her leave in between time, and then all of a sudden this problem came in, so she has to go back to work. Because of this, she has to go back to work.
Okay.
We couldn't go. I don't know about this. She will have her leave so that we'll leave and then go visit the families and do whatever is necessary. But then she has to also go back to work because of what has happened.
Okay. Well, Kweku, we want to celebrate your wife to be. We want to celebrate your wife to be, especially also because she's a frontline worker. I want you to mention her name and, if you like, mention her name and where she works so that we can celebrate her.
Okay, the name is Monica Pierre Nelson, but then I won't mention where she is.
That's okay.
But she's working tirelessly.
And I want you to tell her how much you love her.
It's been a while.
I'm on here.
Hey. Hi, Monica.
Hey, she's there.
I do love you, Monica. No, she's not here.
Okay. Okay, so say it again. Tell her how much you love her.
Good morning.
I miss her a lot. I miss her a lot.
It looks like Monica is in the bedroom. Or is there another woman in there?
Don't put him in trouble.
Oh, no,
not yet. It's from other background.
It's another background.
Okay.
Maxie, I agree with you. It has to be some other background because nobody is moving around you. Gifty don't put COVID though.
No, I mean,
COVID can bring trouble.
Because she's a frontline worker. And I don't believe in infidelity. I would have fought for her.
Don't believe in.
Okay, because she's a frontline worker, and I don't believe in infidelity. I would have fought for her right here on the TV. But it's good. It's good that there's no other woman there. So tell her, we didn't get that line. I want you to mention her name and tell her how much you love her and how good you believe the future will be.
So I want to say, Monels, I do love you, and then I've got your back. I support you in everything you do.
Okay.
I can't wait for this to be over so that we'll come back together. It's been a while we met, though. It's been a while.
And you are going to get married?
Yes.
You are the only one with. She said Monet.
Monica.
Monica.
Monica Pedro Nelson, your husband to be, says he loves you, and he said that on live television, no competition, no size.
That's all, Gifty.
Martin, thank you.
Gifty has scattered everybody else interested.
I love that, Gifty. I love that, Gifty.
Good one. Have a great day, Kweku. So
consolidation of relationship. Anyway, so Gifty, who do we have next?
Okay, so our counselor is joining us right now.
Right in the middle.
So Amos, I said Amos, Roland said Amos. Please, let's settle it once and for all.
Hi, Gifty.
Hi, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning
to you, Amos.
I want you to settle the name. Amos.
Well, I mean, it's a Hebrew name, so Amos is most appropriate.
That's it. I always win. Amos. That's it. So we're glad to have you.
I heard about your discussion.
Yeah.
The battle of name pronunciations. And then enemy claims are lost.
We are Anglophone influence, so Amos is acceptable as well.
So there's
but there is also appropriate and acceptable.
There's appropriate and acceptable. I prefer appropriate.
You're right.
So we have a number of people.
You could have said it really better than that.
Yeah, we have a number of people on Zoom, and we're just looking at.
Yeah, I see anointed.
COVID-19 is impacting them. I've had two people, who are missing their partners, and they put in some nice words for them. I think maybe we should take someone who has a question, and then we'll have you answer. Roland, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So all of you just interacting with us on Zoom, we do have Amos Kevinanan. He's a healthy family advocate, a counselor. He also preaches the word of God. And so please, if you have any question directly to him, very easy. Can we do this? Let's make a choice. Just a question to Amos. You are in a certain predicament. COVID has affected your relationship, your family ties. Please, let's have one of them.
Yeah, so
there's a gentleman in a jersey. I don't know whether it's a Ghana Police Service. Okay, I've seen a lady.
Alberta.
Hello, good morning, Gifty.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Alberta.
Yeah, I also want to say I've missed my family so much. Mr. and Mrs. Duho of Hopewell, and my children, Abigail and Samuel. I miss them so much. The government should open the borders for us to come home. I'm in school here.
Where are you?
I'm in Kenya, Nairobi, East Africa.
Kenya.
Oh,
wow.
So you mentioned their name and you said that you miss them. Is there something you'd like to tell them that you want the whole world to know?
Yes, I've missed them so much. They should keep praying for us. We are safe and sound here. There's nothing wrong, but we want to come home. Okay. So the government should fast track things for us to come home and meet our families. Abigail and Junior, I've missed you so much. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Duho at Hopewell, I miss you so much.
Oh,
I love you
come back home soon.
Oh, Charlie, I have good pimples around me.
I just want you to, say some words. And this is the third person who is talking about being away, staying away. The first person said he stayed away for about 6 months. The second person said they were about to marry, but the wife-to-be is a frontline worker, so they've not met. And then we have Alberta saying that she is even stuck outside. Sometimes when it's internal, you feel like you can work around it, but she's outside and she can't meet them because someone is blocking her from meeting, and it's a necessary step that we need to take. For people like this, what can you tell them?
Well, I really empathize with Alberta's situation. And there are a number of people in the same situation as Alberta. I think that those who have successfully been reunited with their family members are those from the Western world, majority. And it would be appropriate for the government to consider if there are people within the West Coast, West Africa subcontinent, who would also want to be evacuated. I think that governmental conversations
like effects at the
in between that,
like family, like
okay, can you mute your sound if you're not talking?
I think Techno's yeah, for Alberta, let's take consolation in the fact that you are alive. Of course, social distancing is what is happening now, but it's not social isolation. So you should begin to connect with your family members via the interface of technology, just as we are doing now. You've been able to join us all the way from La Côte d'Ivoire by technology. As long as they are safe and healthy, you don't have to be anxious, because one of the things that is causing a lot more harm to many people has to do with the fear, the panic, the anxiety. That alone induces so much stress on you. And that is not helpful for your own health as a person. For as long as you can do video chats via Zoom or WhatsApp or any other media, please do that for now until governmental conversations commence, where there will be the possibility of an evacuation of West Africans. I think that's something that the nation may want to consider. Now, for the person who was supposed to have had their wedding, that's a very tough one. I watched a couple of videos online where people had to do their weddings via Zoom, officiated. For now, this has almost become like our new normal. And I like the image in between the two of you there. It's quite unusual for people who are lovers to be facing each other with masks on. Yesterday, I heard the president say that all of us have become potential carriers of death or infection. And that's a real fear that is around all of us. And each one of us will need to readjust ourselves to a place where we fit into the new normal. If we decide to stay in our old comfort zone and our old ways of doing things, then living in this new normal will be a very, very difficult task, if not impossible. Now, you mentioned a third one, which had to do with somebody missing their loved one. Now, that's part of reality as human beings. We'll miss each other. But just like I said to Alberta, the interface of technology comes to connect us. It doesn't disconnect us from each other. And so we should constantly look at ways of reminding ourselves of each other. Some of you can use, I see Alberta using an image. I most can hazard a guess that maybe one of her daughters, but she looks younger. These are things we can do to console ourselves in the moment. With time, we will definitely zoom back into the space where we connect with each other. But in the interim, do not stress yourself with any idealistic mind that, oh, I have to meet them necessarily. If it is impractical to meet them, then interface of technology is the only way to go.
I was hoping that we could just, make it a little brief by clustering the questions or clustering the concerns that come, so that we take, so for the first three, they were dealing with the same issue, being away from their family for a long time. So we take one answer for that, Councillor, so that we'll be able to take as many concerns as possible. I have Evelyn for the next person. Is it Evelyn Kevin Annan? Oh, okay. Okay.
It appears so.
Okay. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Evelyn.
Hi, how are you?
Turn on the video. I think, are you the wife of Amos? Amos.
Sure, I am. One and only.
Yeah.
One and only. No size, no.
She's my roommate.
Okay.
No. I hear roommate is a negative way. It means that you are just in the room, nothing.
Oh, Gifty. But
I had to move to Tema.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but still.
Now,
you from Tema.
Now, Evelyn, I know that because of what you and your husband, the two of you, what you do, there will be people who come up with a number of problems and difficulties. Yourselves, how have you been able to manage within this period of being tight as a family? And then what have been some of the experiences that people have shared with you? Evelyn, if you had me. Please.
He's muted.
Please unmute your sound. You have to unmute, Evelyn.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So you had my question. Can you go? Can you go on? Then?
Yeah, we've had to deal with families experiencing some financial difficulties, and some families talking about how bored they are staying home, and how they've become used to their partners to the extent that they want some space. Yeah, they ask for some space. Yeah.
So,
and
okay.
Amos has been very good in supporting them, with some has to do with financial support. Some of them too, he gives them counseling, as he's always been doing. He's very good in counseling. That is what he's good at, and he loves doing what he's good at.
Okay, so I want you to, I don't know if you're done answering the question. I want you to, Mr. Anand tells us that he has to move to Tema, which means the impression I get is that you're not together at the moment. I don't know how long you've not been together for, but what...
I just moved this morning.
What is it that you want to tell him? I know you guys definitely have a good relationship, but what is it that you want to tell him that you want the whole world to also hear? It looks like we muted again.
All right. Can we go to the gentleman who has this green background?
What happened? Okay, somebody's hand is up there.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman who has this green wallpaper in white and blue. White and blue, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, relaxed.
Yeah, very
with
relaxed.
A huge mansion behind him.
It looks like his video is frozen.
It's a virtual mansion.
Okay.
Pat Aswa. Where's Pat Aswa? Pat.
Yes. Pat, talk to us.
Talk to us. Hello, Pat.
I think Mrs. Kevin Annan is back. Let's try and finish.
She's frozen, I think.
She's still frozen?
Okay, she's moving now, but frozen. Moving. What about, there's a gentleman in blue, looks like a jersey, very, no arms. Boydu Dominic, are you on? Or just your picture? Yeah, Boydu.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Boydu. Boydu.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, Boydu, share with us your experiences with your family, whether extended or just the nuclear, if you have any.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. I have a nuclear family, and actually I'm a student. I'm a university student, but before the COVID-19, we were not together. But during this COVID-19 era, I can see the tie. I can see we are united. Now we can organize ourselves for prayers and then morning devotion. Now we have dining together. So I think COVID-19 has helped us to come together.
Oh, wow. That's some great news.
Wow.
Great stuff there. Yeah.
Gifty,
okay.
I think this is one of the important lessons of COVID. Within the period of COVID, we have seen families connecting like never before.
Yeah.
In some cases, that has posed a challenge. In other cases, it has worked very well. And we need to also, in the midst of counting our losses, we need to also appreciate the benefits that the entire COVID period has brought us. Clearly, there are losses, and it's been very heavy, but there have been also some benefits. Like Dominic rightly said, that they are now eating together. It means that the bonding of families, in some cases, are going to be stronger. For those who had a pre-existing problem, it will be weaker.
Okay, so let's get the next person. Next person.
Yeah, I think Pat has his hand up.
Okay, Pat.
It's here.
Pat. Yeah.
Hello?
Pat, can you hear
Yeah,
us?
Pat.
Okay.
You with the Buckingham Palace behind you in green.
No, he has a TV refrigerator, I think.
Yes.
Okay, Pat.
My name is Patrick. Yes. Hello?
Please
Yes,
go ahead,
go ahead.
Patrick. How has coronavirus affected your relationships, your family ties?
Yes, I've been away for 1 year since last year, April. So this year, April, I've ever visited my mother and my father.
Oh.
Where are you?
I'm in the Volta region. I come from Eziama in the western region.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I know.
I am yes. I have a you can see this is Ghana Air Service. And I'll be going to work anytime soon.
Oh.
Do you have a family?
The COVID-19 trace. Yes, I have. I'm not married yet.
Okay.
But my father and my mother, they are grown. I'm on leave now, but I'm still doing contact tracing for government.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to go home. But I'm afraid I can give the disease to my father who is aged. So I kind of stay in the Volta region when we have a cure or a vaccine or something like that. So that I can go to my parents.
But you're not infected, are you?
Complaining. Is there?
You're not infected, are you?
No, I'm not infected. I don't know when I be in the car to travel. I don't know what may happen.
Okay.
Well, we'll get some advice.
So, Gift, you see, Pat has been away for a year. His parents are aged, and he's not unable to visit them because he's exposed. Not that he has an infection, but he's been exposed because he's a frontline person doing contact tracing. I think that's a very prudent decision to take, knowing that the older you are, the greater the risk and the predisposition of the person. So, like I have said, any way that you can send them consolation, information, and thoughts, reminding them constantly that they are in your thoughts and they should appreciate that you being the eldest son, you mean well for them. That is why you are at a distance. And Dr. Gilead had said that social distancing does not mean social isolation. So we don't isolate ourselves. And that's the doctor who had the infection somewhere in the Upper East region. And she shared her story on Joy. I watched that video. I think that admonishing that social distancing does not necessarily mean social isolation should be something we all should have. Yes, distance, but not isolated.
Okay, let's take the next person. Next person, who do we have? Matilda.
Yeah, I think I saw the man with the mansion's hand up.
Yes. Do we still have the man with the mansion ready?
Buckingham Palace.
Okay, Buckingham Palace behind you
Yeah,
in the
he's still
background.
smiling.
Yeah.
Let's take him, and then after him, we'll go to Matilda. Please talk to us, sir.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, I'm grateful. My name is Paul Konja.
Okay,
speaking from Kumasi.
Great.
Yes, I'm enjoying my leave now with my family. And in fact, since the COVID came, as somebody said, we have been enjoying our family devotion, family meeting. And can you hear me?
Yes,
we can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
Yes. As I said, we have been enjoying family devotion. Now I can say my children, they are able to give me Bible quotations. I'm able to take them through. My little boy is now able to preach to the family. And we are very grateful because it has bonded us so much that even the love with my wife has gone up.
Oh, wow.
And we are a happy family very now. And we are very thankful to God. And I remember my boy told me that he has been enjoying the family service even more than the school at the Church of Pentecost. So we were very, 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 we are very, very happy family now.
I'm happy for you. Some good example there.
Now let's go to Matilda.
So Gifty, the fall of Constantinople was a blessing in disguise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Matilda, talk to us. Councillor Kevin Annan is listening to you.
Is Matilda?
Hello, Matilda.
Morning.
Good evening.
Morning,
Matilda.
COVID-19 has done us great disservice. Yes, because right now I miss my husband. We are not far from each other, but we are afraid to sit in vehicles and then we don't know what will happen. So as for my husband, he says we should stay wherever we are. And he has missed us, we have missed him too. We don't know what to do. So we are just praying that this whole thing will just leave and then we can leave and then be free and travel all the time, anytime we want. Financially too, it is draining us because salaries have been slashed and COVID-19 is not good. We are praying that it will leave us.
How long have you been away from your husband?
Okay, I went to him before the lockdown and I had to come back to come and do some few things concerning work. And I think for 2 months now, we haven't seen each other.
Okay,
we talk almost every day. You know, meeting and then seeing each other is most important. And we don't do that. It's really an issue for us. But we are praying that things will come to normalcy and then everything will be fine.
So, Mr. Kevin, what can she do while she waits for...
Yeah, Gifty. Yeah. I think Matilda has a very legitimate reason to say that the COVID has not helped. A virus necessarily does not help anybody. And that's the first acknowledgement. The second one is that I'm happy they are in touch by calls. If it was just audio calls, they should now move to video calls, calling each other to see each other. And she talked about us. So I presume there are some children around as well. The children should see their dad. The dad, it is very important in the absence of the ability to meet face to face. This at least helps. You can mimic hugging on the screen. I've seen a number of that online where people are hugging virtually.
Seriously.
Oh, of course. And even kissing.
And it's a beautiful thing. I mean, the world will never be the same. And we will not also be the same. So gradually, we will get there. We are doing all this for our own good and for our own safety. It's better than losing your life or being in a critical care.
Okay, yeah. Matilda, I hope this works for you. So if it was a phone call, a voice call, move to video calls and let's work it out that way and see how it goes. So who next is ready?
Yeah, thank you,
Matilda gives
Matilda.
us a thumbs up. Good one there, Matilda. Enjoy your day. Prince Akbalu is next.
Prince?
Okay, Prince, hello.
Yeah, Prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Morning,
where are you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Hohoe, Volta region.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, I want to say that, well, this COVID-19 season has actually shown us a different dimension of life altogether. At least we are able to innovate things and then at least try to do certain things in different ways. People are reuniting with their families. Those that are out, at least, are in constant in touch with their families. So at least, even though it is not good, it's not helping us, but at least in one way or the other, at least, let's say it's okay. At least we are managing.
Well, thank you. I think that will take Evelyn on.
I want to thank Prince.
Yeah, please.
Gifty.
Please hold on.
It's very interesting. You know, my sister came for my younger brother's wedding.
Okay.
And she's not been able to reunite with her family since.
Oh.
Her husband turned 60 years and they had to do the birthday virtually.
Wow. So where was the cake?
That's the reality of our world today.
Yeah.
Where was the birthday cake?
It's a pain. Italy. Oh, it was in Italy. He had to cut the cake in the house.
Who cuts the cake?
With the children, but my sister is here in Ghana, awaiting evacuation from the state. You know, so that's the new reality that we are all faced with.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been to your studio many times. You never wore a face mask or nose mask. But the current situation is such that we all have to shift a little.
Yeah.
The challenge is with the shifting.
Yeah.
You know, many of us shift and we still wish we were in the old space. But we have sung songs, the old order changes, giving way to the new. I remember when I was in Kufore Tech, anytime we were changing school prefectship, it was a song that they would always sing. The old order changes, giving way to the new. We must now reorient our minds and realign our lifestyle. You see, the thing is this, we've lost so many things. We've lost livelihoods, we've lost lives, we've lost money and all that. But we must not lose the lessons COVID brings us. And I'm very happy Prince mentioned that. The lessons of COVID must not be lost on us. If it does happen that way, we are in serious trouble.
Sure.
Evelyn.
Evelyn, Dede. Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn.
Sorry, Evelyn, wherever you are, if you can just call us back.
Becky Mott. Do we have Becky Mott or Rhoda Edinam?
Yes.
Yeah, I see Rhoda.
We're giving priority to the ladies now. So,
they are more emotional, so.
Seriously? Becky, can you hear us if you can talk to us? Okay. Since the prioritized...
It looks like Evelyn is connecting by audio.
Okay. She can't hear us. But as and when she does, we'll pick her up.
Let's go to Ajimandria. Ajimai.
Yeah, hello, Ajiman.
Ajimai,
talk to us.
Please unmute and talk. Tell us your experiences so far. Unmute your audio, Ajimandria.
Yeah, hello. Hello, Aji.
Yeah.
Aswadia, if you can hear us, do talk to us.
The new normal.
You want us to call you Ajingo?
Hello, Aji. Ajingo, yeah, I think Ajingo will be fine.
Unmute your audio.
Yes, so turn down the volume on your television. Ajman, turn down the volume on your television. You can hear us on the phone, okay?
If you're not going to remote, it's serious. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Ajimai, go ahead.
We can hear you now.
Splendid.
That is Raymond. Say Ray.
Okay, Ray, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it has had a negative impact on most facets of our lives, but with family and relations, I would say that with the COVID, I've been able to enjoy more time with my friends and family. There are a lot of people that I hardly see them, but with the COVID, I have them around me. We learn a lot. We learn keyboard, we learn bass guitar, maybe some programming on our computers. When we are tired, we have our joystick available. We enjoy computer games, and we make fun. That is what we've been doing, and I think it is helping us.
Cool, but I hope you sanitize your hands when you do that, because if so many of you are sharing the same keyboard, you're touching the keyboard, so it's important to make sure that you have your sanitizers whilst you're doing that.
Yeah.
Gifty's OCD level is very high.
Yeah, it's important that we observe the protocols.
Yeah, true.
That keeps us safe.
True. Now
he's calling it OCD.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Lebet Dogbe, I see your hand up.
Yeah, Lambert.
Lambert, you are muted. Unmute.
You have to unmute.
Unmute your sound, Lambert, and tell us your experiences, whether your family ties have been affected.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Lambert.
hello, Lambert.
Go ahead.
Okay. In as much as we are not all okay about this disease, but it has given me and us the opportunity to live together with my fam. I have a wife with 2 children, and this has given us the opportunity to know much about all of us. Though the kids are disturbing, but with my wife, we are able to look at a lot of things. And at times, we've been married for 5 years. But there are a lot of things that maybe, if not because of this, we wouldn't have experienced it in a way. So we learn every day. We try to solve issues that maybe if we were away, those issues wouldn't have occurred. But with this, we are together, we are able to see, and at the end of the day, we are able to solve them, meaning that though it is unnecessary, it's an evil, in one way or the other, it is unintended positive to us. So we are always home, and it is actually, if I may say, helping us in a way. Though the children are disturbing, the children, I don't know, we are both teachers, but this it's not easy. The kids are always fighting around. They won't allow you to rest. All the same, we have been together and it's been nice.
Oh, nice one.
Very romantic.
Well, Lambert, that's a real occurrence. I mean, when you have children of that age, there are a number of things that can come your way. One of them is disruption. They will disrupt your life, and you should not see it as a disruption. To find creative ways of engaging them. That helps them to now reconnect and rebond with their father. And many fathers are often absent. We're busy running around, chasing our own tails. This is the time to learn how to pause, learn how to breathe, learn how to reflect, and learn how to slow down. They may destroy some things at home as well. You need to develop greater tolerance and forbearance in managing that. Because they may break some things. You would see some things that you have never seen before, but as a parent, you need to be patient with them, and that will help you a lot. And I'm happy you are counting both your losses and your blessings. It's always very important. A human being is both positive and negative traits. You cannot be all positive, you cannot be all negative. And in the same way, COVID has brought us some positives. It has also brought us some negatives.
I just wanted to add,
how we take both are very important.
I just wanted to add that what you can do, I have a friend who created a space for the kids. So if you have that luxury, create a space for them. So you have this barricade thing around it. I don't know how to explain it.
That is if you live in a big house.
Not necessarily.
But if you buy a hall,
not necessarily.
we don't have.
You can create a space for them so they understand that, look, this is for you. This place is for you. And if you have flat screens, you want to hang them at a place where they can't.
Ordinary Ghanaians, single room.
Let's do Becky. Becky, you're a very special person to us.
Gifty, do you know that? That is for the compliant child.
I mean,
we have the non-compliant child.
Well, we have Elanza. We have Ella. It goes by the name Ella, but I know it's a child.
But please, Becky, call us back. We want to hear from you.
It's a child calling with a name Elanza. Ella, can you hear us? Okay.
I think she needs to unmute.
Yeah. Senor, please unmute and then please let's hear your experiences. Senor. Sayuram. Yeah, Sayuram.
Yeah, I see Sayuram.
Yes.
Sayuram.
Yeah, hello, it's Sayuram.
Yeah, sir.
Talk to us.
Yes.
Your television.
Okay. I've had tough time because of the COVID. I'm actually a student at the University of Education, Winneba, and we had to come home because of COVID and battling with the online lectures, writing quizzes online, and then take home assignments. It has not been easy. I had to go and visit my mom back in her hometown, but because of the COVID, I'm scared of going. Probably I might be a career asymptomatic and I might go to fetch my mom. So I'm still hanging around. The only thing I could do is to give her a call. So this COVID has actually limited our access to a lot of things. But hey, I've been a good cook this time because I used to buy food almost often. I never had time to cook at home. I've been buying food always, but for COVID, I've stayed at home and I've taken cooking lessons on YouTube and from some friends. And now I have food, I cook, I eat, I do a lot of exercise, I try press up. And you see, Roland, you like my food if I give you some jollof and you enjoy it.
I'm not surprised. I'm not a big fan of jollof though, but I think I love yours. The way you make it sound appetizing.
I'm a fan of jollof anyway.
No, not me.
Roland, my favorite is jollof.
My favorite is watch it around your house.
So, Sairam, I need to visit you one of these days for a jollof party.
I can imagine.
Of course, you have to. You have to. Anytime you are going towards the Adomi Bridge, just pass by.
Okay, I'm very happy. Sarah mentioned something about we are being limited.
Yeah.
That limitation is real.
Right.
But within the limitation, we can learn a new skill.
Yeah.
Some of my friends have learned how to do pancake and all that.
Oh.
I'm learning a new skill online. Now, for students, the online engagement has hit them very hard. Depending on where you are located, some can't even have good internet connectivity. Imagine someone who has to just simply listen to a phone call, has to climb a roof. And then now you are talking about they connecting online. That can be real frustration for those students. So I'm not surprised some of those people want to be housed residentially since there's the easing of the restrictions.
Yeah.
And I will encourage as many of those to take advantage of such opportunities to make the necessary grades that they need. But for Sairam, I want to thank you for sharing this because the limitation is real, but learning a new skill is also an opportunity that has been offered us, which didn't usually, previously was not something we paid attention to. It did exist for some, but many of us didn't pay attention to that opportunity online, and now it is here to stay.
Yeah. Do we take the rest? How many more do we have? One. Okay. Okay. So we have to wrap up, but it's been an amazing conversation. I've loved it all the way.
I have to.
Amos, Kevin, and I want to wrap up with you. I'm particularly interested in those who are already in long-distance relationships and who have had to deal with this one as well. So it was already a long-distance relationship. Perhaps you were looking forward to meeting the person. Then all of a sudden, this one comes in. At least 6 months gone so far. How do you deal with that going forward also?
Well, for those individuals, this is not a new normal. This is their reality. All they need to know is that within the new reality, you need to ensure that there is constant creation of assurance. Do not violate trust. Endeavor to work on the relationship as you have always done. Do not be frustrated. For those who have not been in a long-distance relationship, they will be more frustrated than you because you know how you have managed the process. All the tools that have helped you and the value systems that has kept you intact up to today, please keep them. Because if you drop them, then you have crisis.
Right.
Endeavor to stay healthy and alive. It is better to have all your life saved than to be found in a critical situation. Let us not brave our way through the storm. When a storm is coming, we find a place of safety to hide. This is the same thing. COVID is a new reality in the world. It's not going to go anytime soon. I'm not a prophet of doom. And all the studies and the literature points to the fact that we are going to live with it for a long time. Let us all endeavor to protect ourselves and to protect others. As you wear the mask, you protect yourself. Others wear it and they protect you. Please, in managing it, apply the protocols that the WHO and the health authorities in our country have prescribed for all of us. Nobody is insulated. We are all at risk, and potentially we can put others as well at risk. Father's Day is also coming. I'm happy I heard an announcement that Father's Day is going to be celebrated by some entities in this country. I know that JoyNews TV, you are a family-oriented base. Let us endeavor to celebrate fathers who ought to be celebrated. And let us also reprimand fathers who deserve a reprimand.
By all means.
For me, reward and reprimand must go together.
Well,
we cannot always just reward irresponsibility, but we must also reward responsible fathers. Fathers are hardly celebrated within the public space, but many of them are doing a good job. Let's identify those ones, highlight them as best practice for future generations. We are either building for the years to come, or we are breaking down the models for the years to come.
Fantastic.
I hope and pray that we'll build for the years to come instead of breaking for the years to come. Thank you for the opportunity, as always.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Stay safe. We love you.
Amos.
Thank you so much. My regards to Jesua, and I hope that she's doing well as well.
Yeah.
Amos, Kevin, Annan. Those of you that we couldn't admit into the Zoom, those of you whose calls we couldn't take, sincere apologies. We will try to do that as we go along. You know how we do it. We'll just take and stay with us.
Definitely. But it's where we have to gravitate towards the next conversation. And we're talking about the National Blood Service. Well, we know that on Sunday, the 14th of June 2020, we're joining the rest of the world to commemorate World Blood Donor Day. So stick and stay. We'll bring you that next.